The announcement of Gacha Life 2 has seriously shaken the entire Gacha community. You can find now lots of videos talking about it, but not going exactly through details because simply very few information was found about what the game contains, and it's simply too hard to visualize them. Until today. Hello everyone, Flo here. I got granted permission to talk about Gacha Life 2 and what it has to offer in exclusivity by the game itself. And this is part 1 of Gacha Life 2's features. In today's video, we will go over in detail features that have been already confirmed as of August 22nd, 2023. This video will also contain timestamps, so you can check out and come back to features you're really interested about. So without further ado, let's get started. You were probably blown away by Femla's interactive color square and grader from Chibimation. Well, it turns out Gacha Life 2 had similar plans. As of now, there's no leaks representing that color slider, but we can easily imagine how it works based on existing examples and Looney's statements. From what we can gather, Gacha Life 2's color slider will work like this: a slider for all colors, 1-2 sliders for light-dark tones, and a slider for opacity. I'll explain why the opacity slider is important in the next section of this video, but for now let's focus on the first two types of sliders. They will be primordial for composing your OC. You can save your color in your personal palette just like Chibimation. But let's say the skin color of your OC is green. In Gacha Club, there was nothing to prevent colors outside of natural skin color to get naked. Since Looney then has found a solution. When selecting a skin color, 10% within that color will be blocked for shirts and pants. Visually speaking, it could look like this. Now let's talk about our next feature using those color sliders, the shade layer. We will be using this hat to demonstrate how the shade layer will work. Let's decompose this hat into multiple layers: the outline, the first color, the second color, and then the shade layer, or as people in the project call it, the purple goo. Here's how that new layer will work. You'll be able to change color, lighting, and opacity. That's right, it's here that the opacity slider will do its magic. Voila! Pretty cool, right? Here are other examples of items the shade layer will be applied on. Everything sounds super cool, but that leaves a question. Will Gacha Life 2 have animations or minigames? Well, sadly for both questions, it'll be a no. Looney wants to focus on making Gacha Life 2 a full dress-up game, so mini-games and battle modes will cease to exist. As for animations, it's just when Gacha Club was in the making. Either you focus on customizing but you lose animations, or you make the game simple with fewer options, but allow animations to be put into place. And that'll conclude the first video of Gacha Life 2. What are your thoughts? Don't hesitate to share them in the comments. And just letting you know, that's just the tip of the iceberg of what Gacha Life 2 has to offer. So stay tuned. Have a good day or night, everyone!